I'm Batman.
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 Batman. Batman.
Do you bleed?
I'm vengeance.
Behind every great superhero, there is a great voice actor. And when it comes to Batman, plenty of talented actors have brought their spin to the iconic voice. Between the movies, animation and video games, one side shows over 100 different Batman voices. Let's take a deep dive into the world of Batman's vocal performances, exploring some of the most memorable and compelling actors to take on the role. We'll focus on the movies, but there will be an honorable mention too. With so many talented performers, who will come out on top as the ultimate Batman voice? Let's start with the classics. Adam West. In the early Batman movies, such as 1966 Batman or his ABC series, also Batman, Adam West's portrayal of Batman featured a smooth and calm voice, reflecting the lighter tone of the show.
There's a drifting submarine 2 miles east of Sandy Nose Lightship. Show me Miss Kitka, or I'll wreck this place with my dying.
As you can hear, his voice doesn't change when he plays Bruce Wayne versus the Caped hero. But when you watch the animation also voiced by West, either the New Adventures of Batman from 1977
Greetings, Bat fans. This is Batman.
or the modern Return of the Caped Crusader from 2016,
In this case, nothing is certainly something. Robin?
you can hear a slight change in the delivery. It's serious in tone, more balanced and calmer, especially compared to his live-action performance.
Well, into the soup.
As West developed and grew in popularity and his career, his take on Batman changed over the decades. He played the hero many times, live action, animation and in various cartoons, until he died in 2017 at 88. To this day, he is loved by fans of the hero everywhere. Let's move on to our childhood movies. Michael Keaton. When Michael Keaton was cast to play Batman in Tim Burton's take on the hero in 1989, over 50,000 protest letters were sent to Warner Brothers Studios demanding a recast. Well, it didn't happen, and Keaton's Batman is a beloved entry for many fans. These were my childhood movies too. Tim Burton's films offered a darker take on Batman, and with this came a voice change. It's not as big of a transformation from where he is Bruce Wayne
You're a real nice girl and I like you a lot, but for right now, shut up. I have something I have to tell you.
to Batman, but there is an adjustment in delivery.
No. The poison only works when the components are mixed. Hairspray won't do it alone, but hairspray mixed with lipstick and perfume will be toxic.
As you can hear, it's a little deep, a little gruff. It's not overly exaggerated, and there is calmness and measured delivery. He redid it for The Flash as well.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Very similar to the original. And yet, to my taste, it still sounds pretty normal, but that's compared to today's portrayal. In 1989, it was definitely a change. Keaton played Batman in Batman Returns sequel in 1992, but that was it for Keaton and Burton. They never made another Batman. But it wasn't over for the hero, so next we got Val Kilmer. Kilmer's only appearance on the screen as Batman happened in Joel Schumacher's Batman's Forever in 1995.
Batman. Forever.
He also voiced the hero in Batman Forever, the arcade game in 1996. Apparently the atmosphere on the set wasn't that great. Plus, Batman Forever got mixed reviews, so Kilmer was out after just one film. Schumacher's vision was lighter than Burton's, which also reflected in the style of the visuals, of the sets and the music. Kilmer's Bruce Wayne has a soft tone to it.
But your pain doesn't die with Harvey, it grows. So you run out into the night to find another face.
But his Batman follows Keaton's style of speaking. It's not too stylized, but a bit serious, a bit gruff, and it has a throaty tone.
The bat signal is not a beeper. Darkness is as clear as daylight.
Joel Schumacher wasn't done with the Bat. He had to recast the hero, and that's why we got George Clooney.
Chicks dig the car. This is why Superman works alone.
So after just one movie, Kilmer was out and Clooney was in to play Batman in Batman and Robin in 1997. Yikes. That movie got panned by critics and fans. Even Clooney apologized for it.
Didn't you apologize to the crowd at Comic-Con for Batman and Robin? I always apologize for Batman.
His Bruce Wayne is a classic George.
We cut our funding. There was a conflict of ideologies. Dr. Woodrow was a lunatic.
I don't think we can criticize his voice here. However, his Batman doesn't have anything going on.
Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman. Never leave the cave without him.
In some scenes he gets more serious, but he usually just speaks normally. The failures of Batman and Robin meant that our Dark Knight was gone from the big screen for 8 years. Finally, in 2005, we got Christian Bale. I should start by saying that Nolan's trilogy is my favorite. Not only as Batman movies, but up there with Lord of the Rings. And Batman Begins is my favorite out of the 3 films, even though I acknowledge that The Dark Knight is a better movie. Well, Nolan took over Batman. He wanted to move away from Batman and Robin's campiness and take the hero into more realistic and darker territory. It meant a change of the visuals, the sets, the music, and of course, the voice. Christian Bale played our hero, and he made a drastic change to the portrayal. He played Bruce Wayne as a smug, rich guy perfectly.
Where is Harvey? Where Harvey Dent?
But his Batman's voice was different.
If I get him to you, can you get him to talk? Child of Ra's al Ghul made the climb. I'm Batman.
Lower in tone, harsher, brutal. Not everyone liked it, with some critics saying it was like a 10-year-old putting on an adult voice to make prank phone calls. Well, I loved it, and millions of fans agreed with the trilogy becoming the benchmark in the genre. That was until Marvel ruined it with jokes again, but you know. After the beloved trilogy, there was another change. Batman would become a big part in the DC film universe. Or, you know, at least they tried to make it happen. And they tried it with Ben Affleck. History often repeats itself. So when Batman returned to the big screen after the Dark Knight trilogy, Zack Snyder announced that Ben Affleck would play the hero. A wave of backlash ensued, with fans crying for a recast. Like with Michael Keaton before, Affleck proved everyone wrong with his Batman portrayal, now viewed as the best part of Batman vs Superman and the Justice League. His Batman was more menacing, violent, and authoritarian. But as Bruce Wayne, he played an older Wayne, a serious, more adult.
2 mentions of business with a white Portuguese. Contracts all over the globe, but he's based out of the Port of Gotham.
However, as Batman, he went hard on the voice change, using a modulating effect to make it even deeper than Christian Bale.
Tell me, do you bleed? You will. Well, here I am.
It doesn't sound as natural, but as many people criticized Christian Bale for trying too hard to do the voice, Affleck had a more straightforward job, as it was done with computers. So it could be explained as, you know, Batman's choice to cover his true identity and to just sound menacing. DC movie universe did not take off, and Affleck was out as the Bat. Like Keaton, he will be back in The Flash, but there are no more standalone plans for him as Batman. And now is the time to talk about the latest Bat. Again, when he was cast as the newest iteration of the hero, some weren't happy, primarily because of his Twilight role as a love-hurt vampire. Pattison plays a young Batman and a young Wayne, still trying to find his role as a vigilante hero. I love the movie, you know, the dark, noir take, the sets, the design, the music, especially the music from Michael Giacchino, but, you know, that's another video. When it comes to the voice, Bruce is vulnerable, depressed, and miserable.
You say Salvatore Maroni got my father.
The public memorial for Mary Mitchell. Serial killers like to follow reactions to their crimes.
So, kinda is like Twilight. His Batman's voice is lower in tone, a bit gruff, a bit throaty, but much more natural than Affleck or Bale.
He's one of the guys that got into it with at the Iceberg Lounge. Am I part of this? I'm vengeance.
It gives it a believable feel. Well, I love it and I can't wait for the sequel. It's not part of the new DC universe James Gunn is building, but the movies will continue as standalone. Before we go, I want to make an honorable mention. First, I admit, I don't watch Batman animation. I like movies and video games, so I'm sort of a casual fan, but there is one voice that most agree is the perfect Batman, and that is Kevin Conroy.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman!
Critics and fans agree that he was the perfect voice for the hero. He played Batman in animation, video games and TV series from 1992 until he died in 2022. Loved by many, his voice will be missed and impossible to replace. His voice as Batman is serious, but not over-exaggerated.
I'll do it, Shaira. I'm the only one of us Ace knows.
Do you want to know something funny? Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you.
At one point, he even criticized Christian Bale's Batman voice, saying he sounded ridiculous.
Well, Christian Bale is a damn good actor. He's an excellent actor. He just got steered wrong. Someone should have, obviously, someone should have stopped him and said, "You sound ridiculous."
Well, if we should listen to anyone's feedback on Batman, it's Conroy's. As we can hear, Batman's voice underwent many changes in the last few decades, becoming more menacing and brutal. The trend reversed to a more natural human feel. That will continue as long as Pattison plays the hero. However, I would like to know if we get another modulated Affleck voice in The Flash. One thing is for sure, the future is bright for the Dark Knight. Is the future dark for the Dark Knight? I don't know. Never mind. I know I missed other voices and portrayals of Batman, but no one has time to watch a 3-hour-long YouTube videos. You can give us your favorite Batman in the comments below, or argue that I'm wrong about the list. You can also check out my other videos on sound and music. See ya.